Matthew 1:22. All this took place to fulfill what the Lord had spoken by the prophet. For us, I want us to look at these verses in Matthew. It's Matthew 1:21, what we looked at last time, 22, and finally we'll round up with 23. And for these, we're looking at once again a building to the Christmas story, the advent of Christ. But we see here in verse 22 that all of this would take place. All of this would be fulfilled by the Lord, spoken through the prophet. God spoke creation all the way in the beginning, this wonderful, beautiful event that culminates in humanity. It culminates in God putting his image in humans. And then we know in Genesis 3 that story goes a tragic way. It takes a tragic turn, and it goes into the fall, and we see that sin enters the world, and it's pervasive, and it only continues. But the story doesn't end there, because salvation is ever on the lips of God's people, because God is faithful to provide it. He provides salvation, so when they cry out for salvation all the way through the Old Testament into the coming of Christ in the New Testament, we see that God is saving his people. And in verse 22, it said that the prophet is the one who spoke this, but the Lord is really the one who is speaking it. It is God giving this message to the prophets. It is God who spoke both creation and salvation. This wonderful tapestry where God didn't abandon his people. So you might be in a time of this season where you feel abandoned, where you feel like all of these emotions are swirling around you, and you feel as though there isn't any hope. But I'm here to tell you that in this Christmas season, in this New Year season, that we have the God who spoke creation, which was to even create you. And then he didn't just leave, he saves, and he saves through Christ, and it's Christ alone. So in this season, I hope for you to reflect on the God who creates, but also the God who saves, and it is our one true God, and he is faithful to do so.